Wait, what about weird?
Hey everyone, so this is actually an episode that we put out really early in the podcast. And this was a set of episodes that we recorded this day where the audio quality just did not come out very well. Now that we have better audio editing software and I've gotten a fair bit better at editing our episodes over the last year that we've been doing this, almost a year and a half at this point. I'm not perfect at editing. There are still mistakes. I'm not super tech savvy, but now that I've definitely gotten better at it, I decided to kind of clean up some of these older episodes that just did not sound good. So for the 4th of July, I decided to clean up our Weird Laws episode because, I mean, this is one of Elena and I's favorite episodes. So I kind of got rid of a lot of the background noise that was happening at the time and tried to isolate our audio a little bit more. So the episode is still pretty much as it was. I didn't do any additional editing, but I did clean up the audio quality as best as I could and decided to re-release this so that if you wanted to go back and listen to Weird Laws, you could check out a higher quality version of it instead of listening to the one where the ice maker was running in the background constantly and just shitting out ice cubes the whole episode. So anyway, enjoy our Weird Laws episode, but a little revamped to sound a little better, and we will catch you again next week.
Hello, I'm Elena.
And I'm Echo.
And welcome to our podcast, What About Weird? A podcast where we discuss all things weird from cryptids and aliens to strange science and unhinged history. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that kind of inspired us to do this whole podcast, and that is weird laws and bizarre laws. So I've found a couple from my home state of North Carolina.
And I found a couple from my home state of Colorado.
And we also found a few from other states just to mix it up. Do you want to start or shall I?
Should I just read one off?
I want to take a guess at what I think might be out in the law world.
Yeah, what's the weird law you think is in Colorado?
I feel like there's something about stealing horses in a weird way. Or like farm animals.
Well, if it's got theft in it, I definitely feel...
I feel like it's relating to theft of like livestock. Do you want to take a guess at something you think is a weird law from North Carolina or relating to?
There's got to be some weird law that relates specifically to the Appalachian Mountains, right? Like there's something very specific that you can't do just in the Appalachian Mountains.
I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't find any specific for any specific area. Yeah, no, you start with your weird laws. Read one off to me, and then do you want to alternate or you read all yours?
I feel like alternating would be nice.
Tell me, what am I not allowed to do in Colorado?
I was actually looking into your livestock inquiry. Okay, so this is an interesting law. It's illegal to confine livestock on any floor of a building other than the ground floor.
Interesting. That makes sense, though.
Yeah, so it was a law that was likely passed to protect animals in case of fires.
Now I'm looking into the Appalachian one. Let me see here. Apparently in the mountains, it is illegal to plow a field using an elephant.
What?
I'm not joking.
Okay, that one was way crazier than mine. That's wild. Okay, let's see. Another one that you wouldn't kind of expect for Colorado is, so it's perfectly legal to sell tires and motor vehicle accessories on a Sunday, but it's illegal to sell an actual motor vehicle on the first day of the week.
Interesting. I wonder if that has to do with the, like, no working on Sundays type thing.
Yeah, it's something related to that. When I looked into it, it said that it was definitely for kind of having a religious day of rest so that people that sold vehicles, or the consumer that was buying a vehicle didn't have to feel pressure to do it on a Sunday, I guess. But I think it's really interesting that it's specifically for buying just a vehicle. Like, you go shop for tires all day long, but you cannot buy that Subaru, god damn it.
Can I buy a Ford?
No one likes those.
No one buys Fords, especially not in Colorado. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Ford stands for Found on Road Dead.
You're a Chevy family, aren't you?
Yes,
You should be. There's a lot of, like, the Sunday thing made me think, there's a lot of religious-based, like, alcohol laws.
Yes, well, it's so weird. In Colorado, they don't really care when you buy alcohol. Like, there's alcohol in, like, Total Wine and More here. Only has wine and beer. Total Wine and More in Colorado has every liquor under the sun.
It's so weird for me when I was visiting my dad's folks up in Indiana, being able to, like, walking through a Walmart and there's just a shelf of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
But here we have liquor, government-sanctioned liquor stores.
You have to go to a specific
and they're not
ABC
open on
store.
Sundays, and you can go to a bar on a Sunday. Bars are open. But you can't buy alcohol after 2 a.m. All liquor stores close at like 10 or something. But if you go to a 24-hour like Sheetz or gas station, they will not let you buy alcohol after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, lock the beer cave doors and stuff.
That's super weird to me here.
And there's also a lot of dry counties still. I told you I spent my 21st birthday in a dry county. Because I didn't know it was a dry county.
It's actually really funny.
So tell me what laws you have found that aren't horse-related. I did find a horse law. I don't think do I have this on my list?
In North Carolina?
In North Carolina. It is illegal to borrow a horse. Which is weird.
Wow! Interesting.
I guess if the person is with you, maybe it's in fear of stealing it. But I did not have that on my list. I have a different horse law somewhere else. I have horse laws.
I mean, they were the mode of transportation for a while, I suppose.
So what first law had you brought to the...
So, there's a lot of really interesting ones. So in Aspen, Colorado, it's illegal to throw snowballs in public. So your kids...
The privacy of your own home.
Yeah, you have to bring the snow inside and throw them at each other.
I wonder if you can do it in your yard, but not in a public park, if that's what it is.
Perhaps?
Because I know...
Yeah, I don't know.
I know almost every kid everyone I've known who's a kid has gotten in trouble for throwing snowballs at cars. So what if it's something like that, or like people getting hurt with them, or just not causing a nuisance? But
well, Aspen's also like a really big ski city, so I wonder if they had issues with people on ski slopes getting injured because of snowball throwing.
Maybe.
So,
I don't know. Stick to snowball throwing in the privacy of your own home. That's what I'm hearing.
as long as you're Aspen.
Okay, so my first one is bingo games in the state of North Carolina are not allowed to last longer than 5 hours. And according to alcohol enforcement laws, you are also not allowed to serve alcohol at bingo games.
Yeah, you drink too much, you can't read the letters or numbers that they're calling out anymore.
I guess. Maybe the grandmas are getting wild and fist fighting each other. Meemaw's fighting another Meemaw again.
I said I had bingo before you bitch.
Shayla, if you don't leave my bingo card out of this, when I shove a bingo ball so far up your nose, you ain't gonna find it. The only bingo games that are allowed to last past 5 hours are ones at fairs. So, state fair bingo games are okay. Still can't have alcohol. Meemaw's out of luck.
All right. So this one's really crazy. So in Pueblo, Colorado, it's illegal to allow a dandelion to grow more than 10 inches tall on your property.
Well, if you have a really big property, who's enforcing? Yes. Who is enforcing?
They're like going around with a tape measure, measuring all the dandelion. You got lucky this time. It's only 9.5.
9.9 inches. I got come back for this one. Like, who's enforcing this? What if you have a giant property of land and going through? I wonder if this is like a, you said it's for one town? This whole
yeah, and in Pueblo, Colorado.
I wonder if it's like a town type HOA thing, but not HOA related.
I have no idea. I have no idea why they would want that, but it's in their code of ordinances.
They're faced against dandelions in Pueblo.
Now, this one, they just did because of the town name, and I know it. So in Boulder, Colorado, it is illegal to roll, throw, or otherwise move a boulder on any public property. So no moving boulders in Boulder.
Gotcha. I wonder if you can move little rocks in Little Rock, Arkansas. Only big rock moving. Okay, so you read two. I guess I'm going to read two.
Mm-hmm.
So in North Carolina, it is against the law to sing off key. So
Whoa.
Car karaoke and regular karaoke off limits. All punk bands banned. Metal bands also get out here. We're all against the law.
It was like the church choir that put that into effect because they were like, I can't with you sons of bitches.
It comes from the 19th century, and a man in Lumberton was fed up with his neighbor. He said he was disturbing the peace by singing loudly and off key. So they made it illegal, apparently.
And then this man had to pay for vocal lessons so that he could sing loudly still, but it was on key, so there was nothing the first guy could do about it.
Fine. Yeah. It is illegal to steal over $1,000 worth of kitchen grease. $999, you're safe. $1,000, you're not okay.
So you know the value of kitchen grease. Are you getting out a scale and measuring it by the gram before you take it to make sure it's only $999?
What if it's like really high quality, a small amount?
And how would you know?
Yeah, how would you? Just don't steal kitchen grease. Get your greasy mitts off the grease. This is actually a recent law from 2013.
Uh-huh.
And the Department of Agriculture considers what's called yellow grease to be valuable because it can be used as biofuel for vehicles and stuff.
Interesting.
So, yeah. No,
but it's okay if you steal it as long as it's under $1,000. So
I guess. I wonder if it's $1,000 from different locations or just one. So if I went to the McDonald's down the street and I steal $1,000 from there, that's no okay. If I went to the McDonald's and the Cracker Barrel and stole $500 from one, $500 from another, would that be okay? So I want to know.
It's just a weird law. There's a really weird law in Colorado where, so in Logan County in Colorado, it's illegal to kiss a sleeping woman. So if your girlfriend is sleeping, no kissing before you leave for work. I'm sorry. Everyone's forehead kisses are gone. All right.
What county is this? Remind me. Never.
Logan County.
Okay. I mean, this law makes sense, but like,
right? Because I understand the whole consent thing. I get it. They took it extra far, though.
There's some weird laws in North Carolina that are related to that, like, who's going to enforce it?
Right. Yeah, because what am I going to go to the police and say, my God, my boyfriend kissed me, and I was still asleep, I caught it on camera, arrest this man.
Yeah, you're over at your friend's house, and you're leaving to go somewhere, they kiss their girlfriend as they're leaving.
And then another weird kissing law is, so in Denver, Colorado, there's the Union Station, which is, I mean, kind of like the, I guess, train depot, but for like the line rail in Denver. And apparently it's illegal to kiss on the platforms at the Denver Union Station. So
I wonder if that has to do with people falling into this, because it's in a lot of towns in North Carolina, it's illegal to be on a train platform if you are not getting on or off of the train or work for the train station because of safety reasons.
See, it's got to be something like that, but I do think it's really goofy because imagine your partner has been away on a business trip for like 3 weeks and you just want to kiss them as soon as you meet them at Union Station, but you have to walk off of the platform first because that is illegal.
Stand on the tracks and kiss. Not on the platform. So what I'm learning is no bingo or alcohol in North Carolina and no kissing in Colorado.
Pretty much.
So to go along with that horse law that I'd mentioned earlier from North Carolina, it is illegal to borrow your neighbor's dog horse, like I said earlier, mare or mule, without them knowing. So I guess if they know, you can borrow the dog or the horse.
Okay.
But it's illegal to borrow a dog in this state.
I need to borrow somebody's dog. What is this for? A birthday party?
Hunting, maybe, is what I would say.
Okay.
And if they're aware of it and you take the aforementioned animal, it is illegal if it's against their will. Even if you intend
the animal's will or the owner?
The owner. I think I've taken my dog to the vet against his will. That's not illegal. Even if you intend on returning it. And it is a class 2 misdemeanor. Again, even if you return them, you're still taking them. I guess if the person is like, yeah, sure, you can take my dog or horse or mule, it's fine, but get your own dog. Moral of the story, get your own dog.
I found so many more weird ones from Colorado. Let's read a couple of them. It's punishable by law to let your llama graze on city property.
I feel like I found that when we were first talking about this.
I think you did, actually.
I think that was one of the things that... No, it was witchcraft laws that got us on this.
Yeah.
Which, by next law, relates to something like that.
Okay, go ahead and read it.
Is, in the state of North Carolina, it is illegal to operate as a professional psychic or fortune teller. However, you're still able to practice as a novice or like a amateur. But as soon as you register as a professional, it's illegal.
So you can't charge money for it.
You can charge money for it if you're not calling yourself a professional.
Okay, so you have to admit to people that you're not really psychic, and then they're still gonna ask
It has to do with fraud laws. So you can say, I'm a psychic, but you can't say, I'm a professional psychic.
Because they don't want you to have a job title.
Yes. They're threatened by it.
I'm so confused. So they still let you make money off of it. They're like, you can say you're a psychic. You can still do your readings.
But as soon as you...
But you're not a goddamn professional, and don't you say it.
Yes. Because I guess professional would imply some sort of level of accuracy, which if you were wrong, you would then be accountable for fraud.
Interesting.
That's what I'm assuming, and they won't let you get around it by saying, oh, the ghosts told me, so charge the ghosts for fraud? I don't know.
Another weird one in Denver, you could go to jail for lending your vacuum cleaner to your next door neighbor.
So no vacuum cleaners in Colorado, no dogs in North Carolina. So since you kept going,
they're so interesting. Keep going.
Other ones. You're not allowed to... Happy hour is illegal in North Carolina.
Oh,
if you're serving
what?
discounts, it has to be all day. Or, like, the whole time. So it has to be a day-long discount thing. So you can't have happy hour.
Okay.
But it could be...
Like $2 off Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why you'll see a lot of places around here will have Thirsty Thursdays, where it's like $4 for a beer. Or, like, whatever.
Okay, interesting. This one is really interesting. So apparently dogs have a lot of rights in Denver, okay? So it says, in Denver, the dog catcher must serve all dogs notice of impounding for 3 consecutive days in a public place.
The dog or the owner of
the dog? The dog itself.
Animals. The animals on trial from if I had known this, I would have added that to my list.
It's so interesting.
Do they have to tell the dogs, or does it have to be a written notice?
It just says you have to serve them a notice. So I don't know if that's a verbal notice or a written notice, but you have to go up to the dog for 3 consecutive days in a row and be like, hey, I'm going to catch you and take you to the pound.
Denim.
Gives the dog some time to either find a family or skip town.
Yeah. This town ain't big enough for you. So one I have here is, that I just pulled up, is it's illegal to collect pine needles or pine straw unless it's on your own property. It looks like.
Well, I've done that one. Oops.
because it's often considered like a resource, because it's often used for mulching and stuff like that.
Yeah, ours are pine needles out here, but those are the ones I'm referring to. Is like I repotted some plants and put like some pine needles in it.
You're moving them 2 feet if it counts, but you can't take some from like a public park and bring them home.
Huh.
I already said the one about not playing with elephants.
This one's so weird. Sterling, Colorado does not permit cats to run loose without having been outfitted with a tail light.
How do you put? What do they mean by a tail light? Like a light on the back of them, or like they have to have it attached to the end of their tail? What if they don't have a tail?
I have no idea. I would you have to have some sort of light on them, I guess. But when I read tail light, I was thinking tail light like a car.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like a light on the back end of them, or a light on their actual tail. Like I need to see a picture.
It's really smart.
Makes sense, but one I have here is highway rollerblading is illegal. You can rollerblade on the sidewalks, not on the highway.
I wouldn't want to anyway. That's a horrible idea. Oh, man. Okay, so hold on. I've got 2 crazy ones. About the snowball one in Aspen, I don't know if this is a separate one or if it's the same one. So it says in Aspen, it is unlawful to fire catapults of any fashion at buildings. This includes
weekend plans.
This includes snowball, stones, or any type of missile. So is that the no snowball throwing law, or is that a separate thing in Aspen?
In North Carolina, it's illegal to publicly throw stones. You can do it in like parks and stuff if you're skipping them.
So you can hate on the witches, but you can't throw stones at them anymore, guys.
Not on the street. If you're in the state parks, you're fine.
God.
But actually, there's laws against moving stuff in state parks. So if you're in the public park, you're fine. Stone a witch to death in public parks. Keep it out of the streets, for goodness sakes. We're tired of cleaning up dead witches.
Listen, in Westminster, if you allow someone to park closer than 2 feet from you, you will be fined.
I'm just going to start taping 2-foot traffic cones on each side of my car. Also, when you say Westminster, do you mean
Westminster, Colorado?
It's a British-ass name.
I know.
It's like London, Canada, or whatever that one is called.
So funny. Oh, and then also in Westminster, Colorado, it says, don't get lost or allow anyone to get lost while driving your car. Both acts are illegal between the hours of 9 p.m. and 4 a.m. So if you're out there driving and you get lost and you ask for help, I guess get fucked because it's actually illegal.
I wonder if that's because that has to do with people prowling and saying, oh, I was just lost when they're cruising to look for a house to... Because some laws I have here are, for other states I have, are like preventative laws for people coming up with something like that of like, oh, it was just this thing. I wasn't actually doing this other thing. So in this case, like, I was just lost. I wasn't prowling.
I blame Ted Bundy. He came through Colorado and he fucked up everything, okay?
It's always men. It's always the serial killers. You can also get a DUI on a horse in North Carolina. I know you can get a boat DUI, which makes sense, but I mean, I can imagine. I've played Red Dead Redemption drunk. I've crashed into trees. I know how it goes. You cannot collect your own reward money, which makes sense. I wonder if that's like, if you turn yourself in, I'm assuming that's not, you put out a reward for information, you can collect that. I'm assuming it's if there's a bounty out on you, reward, like $10,000 reward for the turn-in of you. If you turn...
you don't get the money, which is a little fucked up. I feel like you should.
Yeah.
A little goofy, but
I feel like it should go to someone you know. Like, I'm turning myself in for this crime. I would just give it to my mother or something.
I would just convince my family member to turn me in, and then I'd be like, let's split it, halvesies.
Yeah.
I think I'm out of interesting Colorado laws, but I do have a weird one from Kansas where it's illegal to serve wine in teacups.
How did that...
Somebody was having a tea party and they used wine instead, and I don't know, there were children involved and somebody got mad. I don't know.
So another one I have here is if sign print or restaurant print is smaller, like the sidewalk menu is smaller than a certain font, it can send you to jail.
Wow.
It has to do with legibility, and if anybody couldn't just read it, then
that actually makes sense.
Hiding something.
Okay. So in Alabama, it's apparently illegal to wear a fake mustache in church that causes laughter.
So if you have a fake mustache that doesn't cause laughter, what if you have a real mustache that causes laughter?
That's between you and God.
God gave your goofy ass mustache. Imagine they like arrest you thinking it's a goofy fake mustache. They go to pull it, find out it's real. Ah, shit, we gotta let you go. Okay, there's so many more weird North Carolina laws, but I'm gonna move on since you did, because we're gonna be here all night otherwise. It's an old state, has a long time for weird laws.
That is very true.
So allegedly, I couldn't not find anything law-wise. This just came from multiple newspaper sources.
Okay.
With a grain of salt. But in Marion, Ohio, you cannot eat a donut while walking backwards on a city street.
Who fucked that up for everyone else?
Can you eat like a cupcake walking backwards?
I swear, so some man was eating a powdered donut and he was walking backwards, so he tripped
and cream.
Then when it like got lodged in his throat and he suffocated and died or something?
What? Maybe he walked backwards into traffic?
I don't know. Or somebody had to have died for them to make that a law, though, right? Or several people.
Or maybe they're just like, all bills gone off his rocker. Let's make it illegal just so we can get him off the streets.
He's doing it every Sunday. We need to do something about it, guys.
We're so lucky he's not wearing a goofy mustache. Okay, hit me with your next ones.
All right, let's see. No eating frogs that have died in frog jumping competitions in California.
Okay, several questions. One, who's eating a frog that just like happened to have died? Because I can understand hunting and eating frogs. Makes me sound super hillbilly. But I could understand someone doing that. Personally, I wouldn't, but I can understand someone doing that. Two, how does a frog die in a frog jumping competition?
Overexertion. His like poor heart just gives out, and then he's cooking there on the asphalt, and you just want to eat him.
It's just so scrumptious. I should have covered him in teriyaki sauce before the competition. He had it coming. He was put on a bed of lettuce. Is this frog dying and then you're giving him a while? Like, you're giving him time to let the body go cold and then you're eating him? You're like, he's dead anyway, might as well not let his body go to waste. Or is he dying and you're like, man, fuck you, little frog Jimmy, and you just chomping on it.
I can't believe you was not raised there.
You're like beating him out of anger. What is going on? Did this happen just once and someone was so insanely appalled they decided to try and make it a law? And if so, how do you have so much influence that happens once and you make it a law? And if you didn't have so much influence to make it illegal after one go around, how many times did this have to happen?
And it's like right outside the lawmaker. There's like the street right outside of like all of the lawmakers' work, and they're having a frog jumping competition, and they watched somebody's frog lost, and they got pissed, and they just watched this man like bite the head, just fucking like
style. Yeah. What was it? Was it the lawmaker's frog, and it died, and someone was like, "Ha ha, I won. Your frog's such a loser," and just bit it out of spite. And the sheriff was like, "Screw you, this is illegal now." What? I need to know the story. How would you be a fly on the wall? Actually, I don't want to be a fly on the wall of a competition. Oh, to be someone in the crowd. Also, when did this become illegal? And is it still illegal? Can I go and eat a frog that died in a frog jumping competition? What if it dies in a race and not a jumping competition?
I think that's fine then.
Green minds want to know.
The frogs are driving race cars, and if they die in that, you're fine.
No, a borrowed horse from North Carolina to California and it dies. Can I then eat it?
No, the frog was intoxicated beforehand, so you might get a little wasted off its body.
Just eating a donut, walking backwards while he was in Ohio, was going from North Carolina to California. My law, my next law, comes from Vermont, and it is still in the books. Found this from a Vermont law firm that you cannot tie a giraffe to a telephone pole. And I don't know how often this happens, but it's apparently enforceable, and it's still in the books. So, I to a telephone pole, say it's along that course, it's fine.
This is my llama, Steve.
Are you talking to Steve? Or is the giraffe llama named Steve?
The giraffe llama is named Steve. This is my llama. His name is Steve.
I thought you were saying this is my llama, comma, Steve. Like, hello, Steve, this is my llama.
They're both named Steve. I named him after you.
Okay, then.
Then he doesn't question whether or not it's a giraffe because he's so flattered that you named it after him.
And it doesn't matter, it's tied to a telephone pole either.
Okay, so more clarification on the California law. So it says any person, it's the actual wording, any person may possess any number of live frogs to use in frog jumping contests. But if such a frog dies or is killed, it must be destroyed as soon as possible.
Destroyed? Would eating it count as being destroyed?
It said, and may not be eaten or otherwise used for any purposes.
You can't use them as fertilizer?
You cannot use that frog in any way. You must destroy it. Destroy all the evidence.
That sounds so vicious. Like,
what do you do? Flush down the toilet? Or are we talking about, like, do you have to, like, explode it?
Yeah. Shoot it with a gun? Throw it? Give it a Viking funeral? He served the country in this frog jumping competition. He needs a proper funeral.
Yeah, it's part of the Fish and Game Code in California.
What if it's imported frogs? Because it's part of the fish and game, and they normally just do local.
It just says any number of live frogs, so...
Amen. Okay, so, in Kentucky, it is illegal to put ice cream in your back pocket.
Why did they have to make that one?
I agree.
I understand that, but that shouldn't have to be a law.
So, the reason why it is a law is because before cars were common, a number of people put ice cream in their back pocket to lure horses away from fields where they were grazing. So it wasn't like, oh, you stole that horse. It was, no, you just followed me. I just happened to have ice cream in my back pocket.
So why wouldn't they make the law it's illegal to lure a horse? Because couldn't you lure it with a fucking stick of molasses then? And then it's still technically legal?
Yes, but I think if you're putting ice cream in your back pocket, regardless of the purposes, that should be illegal.
You should not be doing that, sir.
Apparently still a thing because of people still have horses in Kentucky and because of the Kentucky Derby.
Okay. Interesting.
Horses can be expensive.
Yeah, worth a lot of money.
But yeah, I think that this is a law that we should pass everywhere. Because if I go to Loco Pops and I see you putting a popsicle in your back pocket, I'm going to put you under arrest for being criminally insane.
He just opens his back pocket and pours the soft serve directly in.
I could see putting a popsicle in to free up your hands for a second.
Yeah, like the stick end.
But it specifically says an ice cream cone? So I'm assuming popsicles are out of are still on the table.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Froyo's fine, though.
Because it's not ice cream.
Yeah.
What if it's like a kitty cup and it's not a cone? Can I put a kitty cup in my back pocket?
If you don't use a cone at all and you just scoop it with your bare hands and stick it in your back pocket, I think that's okay, too.
I think we have other issues with
Saving it for later.
Can we put like a mini, one of the like mini half pints? Like the little tiny, the tiny...
Oh, those are so cute. That would definitely fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Manage to get a whole gallon of ice cream in your pocket or like a half gallon. I want to know what pants you have and where you got them from.
Like, imagine going for a hike, and you got two little things of Ben and Jerry's in both your rear pockets, and you're just dipping spoons into that while you're walking.
Just dipping spoons.
You're just eating the ice cream out your backpacks.
Okay, so you'd have to do that when it's cold, but your body heat would still melt it. And anytime you want ice cream, it'd be too hot, because
you have, like, 10 minutes before it's melted. You just gotta eat it really fast.
Okay. I'm assuming, from the times I've been in Kentucky, it's very similar to here. So I'm assuming the weather goes from freezing and snowing to burn your ass off hot. So there's no time in between there to enjoy a nice fall ice cream cone. I've never spent fall in Kentucky, so I couldn't say.
I have no idea. When I was there, it was really hot, though, and I hated it.
I went in the summer. It was so hot.
Yeah, I think I went in July, and felt my skin off.
What you do? So you get ice cream. You go on a hike. You go into hike in one of the caves, like Mammoth Caves, where it's cool and it feels like it's air conditioned, and then you're solid.
You drip a drop of ice cream in Mammoth Caves and it destroys the entire fucking ecosystem because bacteria that's not supposed to grow inside the cave starts growing in there, and then the park rangers have to ban you for life or possibly jail you, and then what do? You put
ice cream in your pocket.
Oh, God.
Okay. Do you have any more?
I think I'm all out of laws.
Okay. I think I'm out of laws too, unless you want to start looking some up.
No.
Now we know all the things that are illegal to do in various states.
Yes, we know all of them. We know
every single law. I am a lawyer now, but specifically for weird laws. I'm gonna go eat a frog now.
Always remember
to ask about the weird. Bye for now.